European and Western men have given women and minorities the same rights that everyone else has. But yet still these third wave feminists and soy boys still keep creating these non-existent issues. Like this soy boy that wrote an article about No Shave November that we all know is about men's health and not about anything else about masculinity, but he turned it into this big entire issue. It's about cancer awareness, just like October is about the breast care awareness, but he decided to make some big deal about it. But it gets better. No matter what it is, it's never good enough. Now feminists are attacking each other. They're cannibalizing their own. They're no longer just attacking men. If you are not black, brown, trans, LGBT, Q 1700, then apparently you are not really welcome in the feminist movement, which I find quite entertaining because, like, who didn't see this coming? So a couple days ago, a woman by the name of Megan Murphy, she is a feminist, apparently an influencer in the feminist community. Well, she got her Twitter account taken away, banned for life, for calling someone by the wrong pronoun. Apparently, it's a new rule by Twitter called misgendering, and she also said that transgender men are not real women, which is accurate, but she was called all kinds of names and people are freaking out, and it just went into a crazy thing. There's also something called you cannot use their dead name. What? So apparently a dead name is if you had a name like John and you changed it to Lana, now you must call them Lana, otherwise you can get kicked off of Twitter for using their dead name. But back to all these feminists cannibalizing each other. So with this loving feminist atmosphere, white feminists are now under attack. Oh my gosh, it's quite entertaining. So you cannot be the most feminist if you are white. There's actually something that is called white feminism. And let me read that. It's the struggles of primarily white women. While not outright exclusive, it dispels or considers other women and its preoccupation with Western standards, and the problems faced by the average woman is often alienating to women and of color and non-straight women, trans women, and women belonging to religious or cultural minorities. What? So women talking about their issues in their lives is apparently wrong, and as one writer wrote, that white feminists need to take a back seat to bring true equality. What is going on here? So they are just spreading this white male hate all over the place, even blaming their own grandfathers and fathers, yet it's still not good enough. They're not good enough feminists. You must be trans or a minority, which I use that term loosely because we are now becoming the minority. But anyway, it's also apparently a huge deal. It's a huge deal that white women can find band-aids in their skin color and ballet slippers and makeup in their color. That's considered why white women don't have it as bad as black or brown women or trans women. FYI, band-aids don't match anybody's skin except the invisible ones. Like, what is going on here? These people have legitimately lost their minds, and they have no one more to attack except their own. Even Nicki Minaj losing a music award to Taylor Swift was because of white. I guess the ballet costumes were too white, and Nicki Minaj thought that showing off her butt was going to make her win. I don't know, because here, I'm going to show you a little clip of that video. Yes, seriously. And so, I don't know. You tell me. I can see why she lost the music video. I mean, they're wearing ballerina stuff, and Nicki Minaj is looking like a hoe. I mean, I don't think it had anything to do with white feminism. I think it just had to do with talent and class. Like, how is that not obvious? I don't know. Because this is pretty... Now let's hear from some of these feminists describing what this white feminism, difference of culture feminism, whatever they call it. Let's listen.
So not all feminists who are white feminists.
But most white feminists are white, because white people just don't have to think about things like race on a daily basis.
White feminism excludes the experiences of basically anyone who's not white, cis, and straight. It assumes the way white women experience misogyny is the way all women experience misogyny.
Standards. For example, this is okay, but this isn't. Being white feminism isn't about silencing those women. It's about opening up space for even more diverse voices to be heard, and that's great for everyone.
It just means you have a lot.
The important thing any white feminist can do is educate herself and listen and engage with the experiences of women of color without silencing them. Because sometimes as white ladies, we just have to shut the fuck up.
So that's hilarious. First she says, we're not trying to silence anyone, but shut the up. What? Which is fine with me because they all can and I'd be fine with it.
You do not listen to her, your event will be shut down right now.
We are going to let you on the mic.
Do not
Okay.
silence her.
Okay. All right, so we are trying to be reasonable. We are trying to be reasonable. We are trying to be reasonable.
We are reasonable.
We are trying. We're going to let you on the mic.
Then we have this feminist writer who openly claims that she hates all white women and men of all races, I'm assuming. I think some of these people are just trying to hate people to stir up controversy, honestly, because none of this stuff makes sense. And if they actually believe these things, like, I don't know what they do with their time. Like, have they been brainwashed? I don't understand what kind of people they've been around. Maybe they haven't been around. Maybe they need to come to the South. That's what I'm thinking. But let's check out some of the pieces that she's done and some of the most recent tweets that she's just like viciously attacking other women. See, it's quite entertaining. But it just shows that they're not for peace and equality at all. And she actually is going to actually say that. She says that in one of her things. And that's why I'm bringing her up. Because she is letting the cat out of the bag of what real modern feminism is. Let's get to it. The truth is that white Republican women are not waiting for their minds to be changed by well-meaning feminists. They are happy to vote for Trump and reap the benefits of white supremacy and patriarchy. Then a few things strike me about this young women conference. They're overwhelmingly white and absurdly racist. How does she know they're racist? They're not, what? It's just a picture. Don't be fooled by the mostly male white supremacists in Charlottesville. The 53% of the white women that voted for Trump are there in spirit too. So she says there is no war on men, but maybe there should be. Conservatives are awfully worried about the war on men. To hear them tell it, it's like an angry mob of feminists eager to run men's lives for the sole reason of, in fact, never. But the boys of America should watch out. What is this crap? So any normie mom or old feminist that you would ask, you know, the original feminist, you'd ask, what was feminism? They would tell you, well, it's equality for women to have the same rights as others, right? And what would be wrong with that? Nothing. But that's not what this is. This is a totally different monster, okay? So what they are considering it is more as some type of ideology that if you are not pushing for these far left new progressive progressive views, then you aren't feminist, and you can be berated, and it's totally fine with that. Everybody's fine with that. So that's how all this is taking hold, and they're attacking each other. Women are so strange, so strange. I've never had like a lot of female friends in my life. You know, I was in the military, had a lot of guy friends, so this is quite hilarious. But but this goes beyond like normal. This goes into like some kind of weird cultish strangeness. So you would think that they would want to support women that are in other positions, but to where that they could help them out and things like that. But no, that's not what they do. What she is actually, okay, let me show you. Okay, and this is where she actually states what the modern feminism is. So the reason that they're able to claim feminists at all is a bit more complicated, because feminists themselves, including myself, helped to enable it before Walmart sold feminist t-shirts and celebrities embraced the cause. We worked to make feminism more accessible. We wanted to reach young women who said they weren't really feminists, but believed that they should make the same amount of money as men or be able to attend campus parties. The hope was to make them, the term, a little less scary, who believed that feminist values, so they didn't have that feminist label. Absolutely absurd. Valenti is openly admitting that modern feminism is, they used it to become popular, like they downplayed what it really was. And now that they've become so popular and so like important, I guess, like they have more roles and things like that, now they can do the purge of those who are not, you know, completely loyal to their cult-like behaviors of crazy progressive values. And I mean, where does it say anything about immigration policies and border policies as being a feminist? It doesn't. This is just like extreme liberalism and making up definitions as they go. It is very strange. Or it's just another reason that women create drama. And that's what they do. Not all, but most. I'm sure I have in my life. But it's just so strange that they just keep doing this. But do y'all see what's going on here? I mean, this is crazy. And now, oh my gosh, this is like PC ridiculous. I just heard that Charlie Brown is now not PC. 45 years after being on TV, the Charlie Brown Christmas special isn't black enough. It's not diverse enough because there was only like one black kid in it. What is wrong with these people? Baby, It's Cold Outside. The old Hollywood, Baby, It's Cold Outside. And he's like, no, don't go, whatever. Oh, the Me Too movement had to grasp onto that and say that we can't have any of that. Although the hypersexualization of little children and young girls is quite okay in all of these Hollywood musicals and MTV have clothes on and all this stuff. But a 50-year-old movie, just because, I mean, it was part of the dance and baby, it's cold, you know, and he's like, she's going to the door and he's like, but it's cold. I can't sing. But what is going wrong? I mean, these people have lost their mind. Wait, it gets better. Chris Como today on CNN decided to bring Christianity onto CNN. Why, you ask? I'll tell you. Well, he's talking about the caravan that supposedly doesn't really exist, but he's talking about it anyway, so I guess it does exist. They contradict themselves so much. They compared the caravan to Mary, Joseph, and Jesus. So Chris Cuomo said in his most serious voice, Christians are getting ready to celebrate the story of Christmas. And that's exactly what we are blocking out right now. The poor, the unwanted, who ended up bringing the Savior into this world, rejected exactly how we are doing now. He's speaking about the caravan of immigrants, right? First of all, Mary and Joseph were going home to make the census. I don't know if he feels that his audience is just complete idiots, or if he's just reading off the teleprompter, or I don't know what's going on. But what I do know is he shouldn't be using Christianity for anything, because we all know that he could care less about Christians. Anybody on CNN, anybody on mainstream media at all, they just blather on. I mean, they are just making issues out of nothing. I don't, it's like their heads are about to explode. They have no idea what to do, so they're just grasping at straws. Like, what is going on? And we need to cleanse ourselves of these crazy people. But honestly, the bad thing about it, on a serious note, what they're doing is they're calling out people for things that they're not really doing. They're calling out people for being white supremacist or anti-Semitic. That, you know, they'll just call out people and get all their other people to attack, and, you know, get them kicked off of social media accounts, get them fired from their jobs and things like that, just because they're petty, acting like they're in high school. And that's really what this boils down to. These people are just out of control. And what's strange is these are the ones that still get to keep their accounts. That's what I really don't understand. I mean, so it's just this, I don't even know. I don't know how people are even a part of that. But this political correctness and anti-white guilt nonsense that they're pushing is really, it's just out of control. I mean, anti-anything, you know? I don't want anybody to be anti-anything. This isn't about hate. It's about, you can, you know, preserve your culture and do all of these things. We don't have to hate anything. You don't have to have a freaking freak attack. Did y'all hear that they did the little signs again? I'm sure it was somebody trolling. It was probably a guy or something. It was like, oh, this is going to be funny. And put up these, I mean, it wasn't a girl sign, but it was, it's okay to be white. And put it around this campus in Toronto, I think. And everybody freaked out. Oh my God, there's Nazis coming. You know, like, come on, people. It's just so ridiculous. And they're like, that's racist. But you go and say, it's okay to be black, and that's totally fine. It's okay to be Muslim. That's fine, because we're cool with it. Be who you want to be. Whatever. But whenever you put that up, they go searching for the swastikas that they don't really know where the origin came from. And if you look into the origin, then you'll realize it wasn't anything about hate. But these people crack me up. But anyway, guys, y'all have a wonderful night. Like, share, subscribe, and get your Christmas shopping done with all my links in my description. Grunt style tactical shit. Lime Life icon. Get your makeup for your lady, or if you are a lady, get you some makeup, skincare. We have guy skincare. We have pretty much everything you need. And survival supplies, you know, prepper food, all of that stuff. But y'all have a wonderful night. Bye, guys.